What's going on, everybody? My name is CJ, aka seige, and welcome back to another mixing video. Today's mix, we're going to be mixing one of my guy Carlos's songs that he sent over literally yesterday. I'm recording this on the 14th of September. No idea when this is going to go out, but you can go ahead and assume the song's out, and I'll definitely link it and everything. But anyways, he sent me this over. This was a beat I did called Sheesh. I used a splice loop for it. One thing I usually mix or try to mix in my beat projects, I'll duplicate it, of course, and mix in it. You know, a lot of people say not to do that. You know, do it with your multi-tracks or whatever, stems, whatever. But I personally like mixing it in my projects as long as it's not super CPU heavy, just for the fact that I can, you know, rearrange stuff. Now, sometimes I'll consolidate stuff to audio if need be, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's pretty simple beat. When I made this beat, I had in mind that Blast song Chosen, but you can definitely hear the similarities. It's more of a West Coast style beat and song, and yeah, let's jump right into it. For the sake of getting something back to him the other day, I went ahead and shot him over literally a quick 15-minute mix. I went ahead and just opened up my vocal chain and routed everything the way it needed to be routed. Yeah, I've got everything. So my typical routing, as shown in my last video, I have a beat and vocals quote 2 track over here, and I actually need to bring over one more fader. I dock everything to the left. I also do a parallel master chain right here, so just compress this one very hard, and I have 2 sends that'll go to this later on. Everything melody related is going to a melody track. This synth bass, I usually leave my basses out, but I have a filter on it, and it has to be, you know, has to have the filter on it, and I didn't feel like putting the filter on the track itself. So we're gonna have it, so I've got everything melody related going to this melody channel right here, of course going to my beat, my tag, that's going straight to the beat, any effects, 808, all that's going straight to the beat. So for the drum bus, of course, I've got all my drums going to it, and then back into the beat once again. So yeah, like I said, I've not done any quote mixing really on this. I just did some leveling enough for, you know, him to listen back to it to see what it'd sound like run through my chains, and he was already pretty happy with it, so it shouldn't be very hard to quote mix and finish up. But yeah, a lot of it's going to include some vocal editing, so this might be a little bit more lengthy video. I don't know yet. I might edit it all out. But yeah, so let's jump right into it. So first of all, I need to go ahead and trim all of the space and stuff out of his vocals. The way we work is he uses FL as well, so he'll just record to the beat and then send me his project files back. I'll go into that project and export the playlist tracks out, and I'll try to separate everything out. You know, even all this could be on the same track, you know, but I wanted to go ahead and just export it all out separately, so there's plenty of space. I've been bad for accidentally covering up ends of words, or, you know, like you might have a breath at the end of a certain word that you need to, you know, understand the word. So lately I've just been taking the completely raw tracks straight from it, or just rendering out the playlist. So this hook stays the same. I'm not sure if he just duplicated it over for this right here. He might have. It was originally 16 bar quote hook. I cut it down to 8 for him. I know he doesn't like very long hooks. I went ahead and dropped that down. All these are going to the same mixer track, so like I said, they could all be on the same playlist track, theoretically speaking. I just like to keep everything kind of spaced out personally in FL. I know it's not, you know, you can't really do that in other DAWs, but for me, it's just kind of nice seeing, you know, where everything is and that it's all kind of got its own space, so to speak. So this one's a really good track. I really liked his flow on this one. He told me when he sent it over, he's like, I really like my flow on this one, so definitely gonna make sure this one hits. It was funny the other day, I was actually thinking about what video editors, I know I primarily use Vegas Pro to edit. I've tried using Premiere, I really didn't like it. I didn't like how you had to use a tool to cut things, but ironically in FL you have to use a tool to cut things. So maybe that's a little hypocritical on my end, but I also have been using Vegas for years, way before I ever started music or FL, so maybe that's why. But I do like, you know, just being able to split at a playhead, but that's also pretty handy too, you know, cutting it like we do in FL, especially that right click right there where you can just right click and it'll delete the shorter section. Really comes in handy.
She the one to get trips to the she the one to get trips to the West Coast. This I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Damn, I love a good beat right in.
All right, everything sounded pretty good right now. Let's take care of this intro real quick. It's got some noise on it, I do know. I haven't done this in a song yet, but let's open this up in Edison here, and let's try doing the denoiser. I've not done this in so long. I don't even know that I know how to do it. Like that there. Oh no, that is not just the noise. That's just the noise. So now, oops, let's try this again. Okay. So that should have acquired the noise threshold. Now if I select it all, denoise it. Alright, and as you can see, the noise has been diminished greatly. So since that's been taken care of a little bit better, let's throw it back in, and maybe the compressor won't make it too obvious.
Yeah, let it be tough.
Okay, so I can already hear
Let it be tough.
there's a little bit of artifacting from the process, but I think it's way better than it was. Me personally, I think, you know, you really won't be able to tell anyways. I can always throw an effect or something on it, you know.
Let it be tough. Let it be tough.
Oh,
Let
man.
it be tough. Let it be tough.
Oh, that's so much better.
Let it be tough. Let it be tough.
All right, we'll start with this. I may come back later and edit
Let it
it.
be tough. Let it be tough. Let it be tough. This sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women. I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm risen, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Damn, I love a good beat, riding down a hood street. Even on a good street, I'ma bang a good beat. Haters turn their face up, I'ma turn the bass up. Trunk and mirror shake up.
Okay, so this is our verse.
Let it be tough. Let it be tough.
Intro.
Let it be tough.
Hook.
This sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women. I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm risen, shawty lit.
Okay, so I really didn't do any EQing, and this stuff's not really set up for him. I didn't even run it through RBox.
Let it be tough. Let it be tough. Let it be tough.
Whoops.
This sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best.
I was wondering why I was kind of quiet.
This sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best. This sound like the West Coast. This sound like the.
So I usually
It sound like the
don't solo vocals
It sound
that
like the
often,
West Coast, rolling up.
but let me go ahead just so I can get everything set here.
It sound like the West Coast, rolling up. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women. I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm risen, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. It sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women. I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm risen, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk.
I don't usually like doing too much EQ, if I can help it. I really like the low in his voice.
It sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best. It sound like the West Coast, rolling up.
But he does get a little close, and proximity effect kind of takes place quite a bit, so you've got to really knock a lot of that
It
out.
sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women.
But if you take too much out here, you can really tell this starts to shine, and then you have to kind of take it out, and then I feel like, you know, it's just kind of you're battling.
It sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope.
Definitely a little much, though.
It sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women. I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm risen, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat. I ain't shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat. Shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat. Shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk.
A lot of the artists I work with either use SM7Bs or I think Carlos has an AT2020. Obviously not the best. That's what I'm using right now, though. And I kind of know between those two mics, usually my typical EQ. Usually, like on the SM7Bs, I am boosting right here quite a bit, and definitely using fresh air to bring quite a bit in. Especially on his voice, though. I think I might have this preset saved for him. It might have been another artist I work with, and it kind of works very well for the both of them.
I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Damn, I love. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat.
I don't do too much with this SSL channel strip other than do this little almost parallel
I
compression
ain't gotta
top
say
trick here.
much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much.
Just gives you a little more
I
presence.
ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk.
So I'm going to go ahead and copy this over now. Just rename it.
I ain't gotta say.
So quickly, since my last mixing video, I've started running a parallel vocal chain here.
I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let
it really helps, you know, take the vocal, makes it a lot more present. It's something I hadn't been doing. So another thing I've been doing is I was putting saturation on every vocal chain before the effects and stuff. I've been putting it after. I know it makes a little bit of difference, but
I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much.
I definitely don't want it distorting. I just want it there, you know.
I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Much street, even on a good street, I'ma bang a good beat. Haters turn their face up, I'ma turn the bass up. Trunk and mirror shake up, make the neighbors wake up. When she hear me outside, come and hop in this ride. Sit their booty inside, scoop her up in this slide. Shawty wanna get right, roll it up and get high. Eat some chicken with fries, hit them all and get fly.
Alright, I think the vocals are pretty dialed in.
I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much.
That's crazy how much our peak level has changed since, you know, I got the compressors and everything else all set the way they needed to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on the beat a little bit now. Melody could use a little fresh air here. It's just because they had a filter on it, on the melody itself. Kind of very compressed in my opinion. And I might go ahead and EQ out our mids a little bit, that right there, that you can see. May just pull a little bit of that out. You can see something weird going on up here. Alright, I'm rocking with that. I usually throw a bus comp on all my melody and stuff.
Ain't gotta say.
I'll go ahead and say this. I wonder if any of you all recognize this synth bass. Shout out if you know what this synth bass was used in. It was Rich Homie Quan's Flex Like O or whatever.
I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk.
And I really like just this high end from it. I've actually not used OT. Okay. Turn those Rhodes into a synth. I've actually not used OTT on like a rap mix in forever. I just like the tone you can get out of it. Like in this case, it's definitely going to help me a lot on the synth bass here.
The hood street, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Beat riding down the hood street, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk.
Okay, so I think I may also go ahead and throw a black box on this bass. Just to kind of drive it a little more, and throw R comp on here. There's a bass chain that helped me Devon showed. Devon Terrell, he's real cool. I like his podcast and stuff, his vids. And he showed a really cool bass control chain the other day. So I've been playing around with it. So next up is this. Actually, let me go ahead and check the other synth bass here.
Yeah. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat.
I do have it side chained, I believe. Now this Pultec emulation right here is really good. It just gives you so much low end. This 808's crazy. I like using it. But throwing this on there as well just gives it so much more low end. This 808's very kind of touchy. I don't really want to distort it. But just running it through, it gives us so much more headroom at the same volume level. I like that right there a lot.
That's the move.
The drums really aren't that bad, but especially with that kick, there's just something about them that I've got to definitely do some saturation with. Might throw a standard clip on there as well. I try to be careful with, overdoing the clipping. I think that's hitting pretty good. I might do a parallel on the kick and the 808. I think they're pretty good though right now.
No, they all chose. She the one that get low. She the one that get trips to the West Coast. Fly. That's the move. We can do that. Eat some chicken with fries. Hit them all and get fly. That's the move. We can do that. Everywhere we go, they looking, asking who that. They be asking how we stand, how they do that. Jay be doing what we doing, ain't into that. Kick it like Ronaldo, blowing like Chicago. Swerving, dodging pie holes and them busted dog holes. Even though they all chose, she the one that get low. She the one that get trips to the West Coast.
So I definitely think it's sounding a lot better. I've been recording for about 40 minutes. I don't know that I've been mixing this full time, but I've stopped once or twice, but it's definitely sounding really well. I feel like I can actually pull the 808 down quite a bit.
I really meant to say women. I'm kicking, pimping, and a Rizzle shawty listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Damn, I love a good beat, riding down a hood street. Even on a good street, I'ma bang a good beat. Haters turn their face up, I'ma turn the bass up. Trunk and mirror shake up, make the neighbors wake up. When she hear me outside, come and hop in this ride. Sit their booty inside, scoop her up in this slide.
Alright, I like how everything sounds right now. I don't know much I'd really change. This is how hot we are before the clipper. So I still run everything into Fruity Soft Clip pretty hot, just so you get that clipped feel. I usually do have my kick and 808s hitting a little too hard, 9 times out of 10. So I might need to dial that back. I'll definitely have to like test in the car and everything. But yeah, I think it sounded pretty good. One thing about doing the parallel channel is you've got to make sure you turn your volumes down to what your faders are, so it's an accurate ratio. You know, you might be sending too much of the vocal or something like that. And I put it on the wrong channel. So for the parallel channel, I've been just doing the SSL. I'll put the channel strip and the bus comp. And I've sometimes been doing some extra widening on that, and then of course compression.
I really meant to say women, I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm Rizzo, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the booze. I really meant to say women, I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm Rizzo, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say.
And the key to doing the parallel mastering is just to give you enough of that like feel to it that will kind of fill in where the transients are going to be getting cut out on the master limiter, if that makes sense. I think I will go ahead and throw a standard clip on our 2 claps here just to get them a little louder.
Say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Fly, that's the move, we can do that. Everywhere we go, they looking, asking who that. They be asking how we stand, how they do that. Jebby doing what we doing, ain't nothing to that. Kick it like Ronaldo, blowing like Chicago. Swerving, dodging pie holes, and them busted dog holes. Even though they all chose, she the one to get low. She the one to get trips to the West Coast. This sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women, I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm Rizzo, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. This sound like the West Coast, rolling up the best smoke. Cali got the best dope, Cali got the best hoes. I really meant to say women, I'm kicking, pimping, and I'm Rizzo, shawty, listen. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Damn, I love a good beat, riding down the hood. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk. Damn, I love a good beat, riding down a hood street. Even on a good street, I'm a banger good. I ain't gotta say much, let the beat talk.
Alrighty, I really like how this is sounding. It's not as loud per se as I would like for it to be. I might check back in some of the compression, you know, and that sort of thing. It's really just the kick and 808. That's one thing I struggle with the most, is getting it, you know, a louder mix without driving the limiter crazy hard. Now, usually I do have a second limiter here just to pull a little more out of it, but I had to use Voxengo recorder on my master so you can hear this. But yeah, it's pretty good otherwise, I believe.
Damn, I love a good beat, riding down a hood street. Even on a good street, I'ma bang a good beat. Haters turn their face up, I'ma turn the bass up. Trunk and mirror shake up, make the neighbors wake up. When she hear me outside, come and hop in this ride. Sit their booty inside, scoop her up and then slide. Shawty wanna get